I will be reading every single Plants vs. Zombies Plant Almanac story. So, that means know about what just nothing about what they do, what their damage is, what their special ability is, just their stories, and that is it. And only for the plants. If you want to see the zombie almanac stories, then honestly, I'd be down. But we are going to be starting off with the pea shooter and work ourselves all the way down to the imitator, which is somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, let's quickly start off with the good old-fashioned pea shooter. By the way, I am so sorry that this video is so un-high quality, very low quality, but anyways, the pea shooter. Pea shooter. How can a single plant grow and shoot so many peas so quickly? Pea shooter says. Hard work, commitment, and a healthy, well-balanced breakfast of sunlight, high fiber, carbon dioxide makes it all possible. Sunflower. Sunflower can't resist bouncing to the beat. Which beat is that? Why, the life-giving jazzy rhythm of the earth itself, thumping at a frequency only only Sunflower can hear. Cherry Bomb. I want to explode, says Cherry Bomb number 1. No, let's detonate instead, says his brother, Cherry Bomb number 2. After an intense constellation, they agree to explodinate. Walnut. People wonder how I feel about getting constantly chewed on by zombies, says Walnut. What they don't realize is that with my limited senses, all I can feel is a kind of tingling, like a relaxing back rub. Potato Mine. Some folks say Potato Mine is lazy, that he leaves everything to the last minute. Potato Mine says nothing. He's too busy thinking about his investment strategy. Snow Pea. Folks often tell Snow Pea how cool he is, or extort him to chill out. They tell him to stay frosty. Snow Pea just rolls his eyes. He's heard them all. Sorry about that long pause. Anyways, Chomper. Chomper almost got a gig doing stunts for the Little Shop of Honors, but it fell through when his agent demanded too much of the front end. Chomper's not just restful, though he says it's just a part of the business. Repeater. Repeater is fierce. He's from the streets. He doesn't take attitude from anybody, plant or zombie. He shoots peas to keep people at a distance. Secretly, though, he yearns for love. Puff Shroom. I only recently became aware of the existence of zombies, says Puff Shroom. Like many fungi, I just assumed that they were fairy tale stories or movie monsters. This whole experience has been a huge eye-opener for me. Sunshroom. Sunshroom hates sun. He hates it so much that when it builds up in his system, he spits it out as fast as he can. He won't abide it. To him, sun is crass. Fume Shroom. It was a dead-end job producing yeast spores from a bakery, says Fume Shroom. Then Puff Shroom, bless him, told me about this great opportunity, blasting zombies. Now I really feel like I'm making a difference. Gravebuster. Despite Gravebuster's fearsome appearance, he wants everyone to know that he loves kittens and spends his off hours volunteering at a local zombie rehabilitation center. It's just the right thing to do, he says. Hypnoshroom. Zombies are our friends, assists Hypnoshroom. They are badly misunderstood creatures who play a vulnerable role in our ecology. We should talk more and bring them round to our way of thinking. Scaredy Shroom. Who's there? Whispers Scaredy Shroom, voice barely audible. Go away! I don't want to see anybody, unless it's the man from the circus. Ice Shroom. Ice Shroom frowns, not because he's unhappy or he disapproves, but because of a childhood injury that left his facial nerves paralyzed. Doom Shroom. You're lucky I'm on your side, says Doom Shroom. I could destroy everything you hold dear. It wouldn't be hard. Lilypad. Lilypad never complains. Lilypad never wants to know what's going on. Put a plant on top of Lilypad, he won't say a thing. Does he have a startling opinion or shocking secrets? No one knows. Lilypad keeps it all inside. Squash. I'm ready, yells Squash. Let's do it. Put me in. There's nobody better. I'm your guy. Come on, what you waiting for? I need this. Threepeater. Threepeater likes reading, backgammon, and long periods of immobility in the park. Threepeater enjoys going to shows, particularly modern jazz. I'm just looking for that special someone, he says. Threepeater's favorite number is 5. Tanglekelp. I'm totally invisible, Tanglekelp thinks to himself. I'll hide here just below the surface and nobody will see me. His friends tell him they can see him perfectly well, but he'll never change. Jalapeno! Jalapeno says. He's not going to explode, not this time, but soon. Oh, so soon. It's close. He knows it. He can feel it. His whole life has been leading up to this moment. Spikeweed. Hockey is Spikeweed's obsession. He got a box seat season tickets. He keeps close track on his favorite players and consistently cleans up the office hockey pool. Just one problem. He's terrified of pucks. Torchwood. Everybody likes and respects Torchwood. They like him for his integrity, for his steadfast friendship, for his ability to greatly maximize P damage. But Torchwood has a secret. He can't read. Tallnut. People wonder if there's a rivalry between Walnut and Tallnut. Tallnut laughs. A rich baton laugh. How could there be anything between us? We're brothers. If you knew anything that Walnut has done for me... Tallnut's voice trails off and he smiles knowingly. Sea Shroom. Sea Shroom has never seen the sea. It's in his name. He's heard loads about it, but he's just never found the time. One day, though, he'll go down. Plantern. Plantern defies science. He just does. Other plants eat sunlight and excrete oxygen. Plantern eats darkness and excretes light. Plantern's cadre about how he does it. I'm not gonna say sorcery. I wouldn't use the term dark forces. I think I've said enough. Cactus. She's prickly, sure, but cactus's spikes belie a spongy heart filled with love and goodwill. She just wants to hug and be hugged. Most folks can't hang with that, but Cactus doesn't mind. She's been seeing an armadillo for a while, and it really seems to be working out. Blover. When Blover was 5, he got a shiny new birthday cake. Blover made his wish, huffed and puffed, but he was only able to extinguish 60% of the candles. Instead of giving up, though, he used the early defeat as a catalyst to push himself harder ever since. Split Pea. Yeah, I'm a Gemini, says Split Pea. I know, big surprise, but I have 2 heads, or really 1 head and a large head, like I'm grown on my back. Pays off being a big line of work. Starfruit. Aw, man, says Starfruit. I went to the dentist the other day and he said I have 4 cavities. I've got 1 tooth, 4 cavities and 1 tooth. How does this even happen? Pumpkin. Pumpkin hasn't heard from his cousin Renfield lately. Apparently Renfield's a big star of some kind of, sports hero? Peggle Master? By the way, fun fact, Peggle Master was actually another game that PopCap made, and Renfield was another Pumpkin character in that game. Pumpkin doesn't really get it. He just does his job. Magnet Shroom. Magnetism is a powerful force. Very powerful. Sometimes it scares Magnet Shroom a little. He's not sure if he can handle that kind of responsibility. Cabbage Pult. Cabbage Pult is okay with launching cabbages at zombies. It's what he's paid for. After all, he's good at it. He just doesn't understand how the zombies get up on the roof on the first place. Flower Pot. I'm a pot for planting, yet I'm also a plant. Has your mind exploded yet? Colonel Pult. Colonel Pult is the eldest of the Pult brothers. Of course, 3 of them. Colonel is the only one who consistently reminds them about others' birthdays. He bugs them out a little bit too. Coffee Bean. Hey guys, hey, says Coffee Bean. Hey, what's up? Who's that? Hey, did you see that thing? What thing? Whoa, lions! Yep, Coffee Bean sure gets excited. Garlic. Lane Division isn't just Garlic's profession, but it's his passion. He carries an advanced doctorate of representation from the Brussels University. He talks all day about lane vectors and repulsing arrays. He even pushes things into alliterations, evacuations at home. Somehow his wife puts up with it. Umbrella Leaf. Sploing, says Umbrella Leaf. Did you like that? I can do it again. Sploing. Woo! That's me popping up to protect stuff around me. Yeah, just like that. Exactly like that. Believe it. Marigold. Marigold spends a lot of time deciding whether to spit out a silver coin or a gold one. She thinks about it, weighs the angles, she does solid research and keeps up with the current publications. That's how winners stay ahead. Melonpolt. There's no false modesty with Melonpolt. Some for damage, I deliver the biggest punch of the lawn, he says. I'm not bragging. Run the numbers. You'll see. Gatling Pea. Gatling Pea's parents were concerned when he announced his intention to join the military. But honey, it's so dangerous, they said in unison. Gatling Pea refused to budge. Life is dangerous, he replied, eyes glinting with steely convictions. Twin Sunflower. It was a crazed night of forbidden science that brought Twin Sunflower into existence. Thunder crashed overhead, strange lights flickered, and even the very roar of the wind seemed to hiss angrily in denial, but to no avail. Twin Sunflower was alive! Alive! Gloomshroom. I've always enjoyed releasing heavy fumes, says Gloomshroom. I know a lot of people aren't cool with that. They say it's rude or that it smells bad. All I can say is that would you rather have your brains eaten by zombies? Cattail. Says Cattail. Does this confuse you? Do you expect me to say meow like a cat just because the word cat is in my name and I also look like a cat? That's not how things work around here. I refuse to be a pick-a-hole. Wintermelon. Wintermelon tries to calm his nerves. He hears that zombies approaching. Will he make it? Will anyone make it? Gold Magnet. Huh, how did I end up here? Asks Gold Magnet. I was on the fast track, corner office, full benefits, stock options. I was going to be vice president of Midwestern operations. Now I'm here on the lawn in serious danger of being eaten to death. Ooh, a coin. Spike Rock. Spike Rock just got back from a trip to Europe. He had a great time, met some wonderful people, really broadened his horizons. He never knew they made museums so big, or he put many paintings in them. That was a big surprise for him. Cobb Cannon. What's the deal with Cobb Cannon anyway? He was to harvest. He practices law in Prejeslu's New York firm. He can explode whole areas of zombies with a single corn launch. All of this is common knowledge, but deep inside, what really makes him tick? Guys, in Replanted, they for some reason removed Imitator, but on the mobile version, Imitator is still there, so I'm gonna read his Almanac entry on my phone. Oh, also, if you're wondering why the zombies are so like pixelated and 8-bit. They're called retro zombies and they're a thing in Replanted and you can enable them in the settings menu, which is kind of cool. Yeah, in this little thing there is retro zombie down here. You can enable it and not enable it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh no, my phone's only at 13%. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this quick. Alright, here we are. Imitator. I remember the zombie wars back in 7-6, says Imitator in a raspy old man's voice. Back then, we didn't have all these fancy pea shooters and jalapenos. All we had was guts and a spoon. Also, another random thing that I just realized was that, wait, hold on. Wait, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I recently found my little, like, stick thing. As you can see here, the icon for the plants is actually a pea shooter and a zombie, but for some reason in the OG one, the icon was actually a sunflower. Yeah, there it is on my phone. For some reason it was a sunflower. There's Imitator down there, but for some reason he isn't in this one. What the hell, Pop? Anyways, enough of my yapping, and if you want to see the zombie side of things, then, yeah, I honestly will probably make a video on this anyways, because I really want to read the rest of the almanacs. But if this video does well... Oh, wait, I just realized I don't have this guy. I can just look him up on Google or something, I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I also have him on my phone, because I beat Adventure Mode twice, because I have him on my phone. Okay, never mind. Anyways, look at this handsome fella right here. This is the end of this video, but again, if you want me to do a part 2 with the zombie almanacs, then I'm yapping a lot, so bye.